Hello, this is Jill, and I'm doing this quick recording to give you some basic blogging tips on getting your blog rolling so that you can see how to get your SEO content up and how to get some of your settings going. Now for this blog, what I did was I pulled a news story down and I used it for my blog, and my keyword, which is where you want to start, is determining what your keyword will be. My keyword for this blog post was Pope Benedict, and you'll find that I used Pope Benedict in my title and in my first sentence of my blog, which is also going to be my H1 tag. H1 will be your heading one, and what I did was I typed the sentence and then I highlighted it and I chose the H1 in the pull down menu here. So once I did that, you'll see this check mark checked off, and it says you have H1 tag containing your keyword. Okay, so I'm going to go through these H1, H2, H3 tags real quick, showing my keyword. So I have Pope Benedict in my H1 tag. Scrolling on down through, this next one, this is an H2 tag, and here's Pope Benedict again, and you'll see I've got that one is H2, and then scrolling on down, here is Pope Benedict again, and this one is H3. So what you get by the heading 3, when you look at the finished product of your blog, you'll see them as headers of a short paragraph or long paragraph, however you choose to write your blog. Okay, the next section that I want to cover in this is having a keyword in your first sentence and in your last sentence. Now this helps when you are trying to get your keyword ranking up so that you have basically opened and closed your blog with your keyword. So again, I have it in my opening. Pope Benedict is my keyword, and then if I go all the way down to the end of my blog post here, you'll see I have Pope Benedict in my closing sentence. Now I wouldn't worry about the closing all the time. This is just something that will help get your SEO ranking up higher. But when you're working on your call to action, sometimes it's difficult to incorporate your keyword into your call to action. You'll see, let me scroll back down here. I worked Pope Benedict into my closing as after the click this pretty banner, fill out your info and username, and then you can blog about news such as the Catholic Church and Pope Benedict and earn extra income. And I also made this as a H3 header. If I scroll back up, you will see, oh, it didn't highlight for you, but that's how it is in my blog. I made that. I usually make the last sentence into an H3 or H4 if I can. It just helps out in the visual viewing of the blog post. Okay, moving on. You have an internal link to your other pages. I don't know where I did the internal linking here. I don't remember. But what an internal link to a different page means is that you've linked to another post somewhere, or you've linked to one of your other capture pages. And I probably did that with a web redirect in my picture. Okay? And what you do there is, let's just open this picture up. I'm going to assume for purposes here that you know how to attach a picture. Actually, if I have time, I'll come back and show you how to do that. But here you'll see that I've got in my URL link, I've got my capture page, which I have. What I've done for my capture page is I've got it masked so that I can use it in multiple areas. I have the Ariel no follow, and I have Pope Benedict as the keyword. Now, why are these things important? The keyword is important so that it remembers the picture is tagged to the keyword. The REL no follow makes it come back, makes the robots come back and crawl back to your blog post. So when somebody clicks on that picture, they will go to my capture page, but the Google search engines and the Yahoo search engines and all will remember that it originated from my blog post. Okay? Another thing I want to show you while we're here on my picture is if you're inputting a picture and you're typing it so that you have words next to it, such as left justified and the paragraph is next to it, or right justified picture with paragraph surrounding it, click over here on the advanced settings and just scroll down to the horizontal space here and enter the number 10. And what that will do is that number 10 will tell the WordPress document to put 10 font spaces in between the words and the picture. And that way your words won't be butted up right against your picture. This is just a little tip somebody told me, and it just helps for the visual aspect of your blog. Now here I don't have that filled out because I do not have the picture with a paragraph surrounding it. And additionally, you should always have the link opening in a new window. Okay, so then you just go to update if you've edited it after you've inserted it, and then you're all good to go. Okay, so what's next here? Now, these last three, you have your keyword bolded, you have your keyword italicized, and you have your keyword underlined. These three will help greatly in raising your SEO score, in bringing this number up. Okay? What do I mean by that? Here I have Pope Benedict in bold. Okay? But you see, it says I do not have it italicized or underlined. And prior to making this recording, I went through this blog post again to see if I had, and I actually do not have Pope Benedict additionally highlighted by italicizing or underlining. And I think the reason that I did that is because I have these italicized quotes, and I'll show you in a moment how to do this. And then I have a link to the original article. And I really feel strongly about not spamming your keyword or overdoing it on your keyword. If your article, if your blog post is longer than this one is, this is a pretty short blog post, then I would recommend adding the italicizing or underline for your keyword, but in this case I didn't do that. It's just something that you definitely want to do, and if I had done that, oh, I do have it underlined, it just didn't pick it up. And that does happen sometimes. If you want to see if you can get it to pick it up, you can always go to the text version, the HTML version, and you can type the HTML code, which is simple, and let me see if I can find that again. Let's just see. Where was that? Sorry about that, folks. Where was he? Right there. New Pope chosen. Okay. New Pope chosen. Da-da-da. Let's see another. Why do I not see it? Oh, here we are. Oh, okay, so we can change this to, what we can do here is we can change it. I don't know why it says text decoration. The actual HTML code is U, just like that, and then a U like this to close it, and that should take that. So let's just see if it's still underlined. Yep, still underlined. And so if we update that, did it change my... Sometimes the WordPress is a little finicky and it doesn't pick them up. No, it didn't change it. So I wouldn't really worry about that. It does that to me quite frequently. I don't really worry about it. As long as I get my SEO score over 85%, I don't really worry about it. Your keyword density, what that is about is you want to try to have your keyword density between 2 and 5%. And what that is your keyword needs to be in your blog at least one time for every 100 words. And again, don't spam your keyword just in order to get your keyword density up. Just try to incorporate your keyword in about every 100 words or so, and that will raise your keyword density up. If you have a long tail keyword, which means more than one word in your keyword, that it will be more difficult, but your keyword density will reflect it better. Okay? Now, anytime you are referencing a article that you found in the news or something like that, you always want to put a link to it. And so this was a article that I found probably in the Washington Post or NPR or something. So always put a link to the original article so somebody can find it if they so choose. And then at the end of the link, put the keyword to it after you've linked it. Now here, when I entered the quotes from the original article, what I did was I clicked on this quote button right here, and I typed the quote made by the Pope's brother, and then I ended that, and then I entered another quote from the article here. Okay, so these are just a few things that I do just so that I can use some news to write a blog. You don't always have to have original content, but it's nice to have a news article that you can use for your blog. So that way you're not completely copying somebody else's work, but you are using news to help generate eyes on your blog post. Okay, so now if you wanted to insert I have just a couple minutes left on this recording, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this. Oh, last thing I want to do is talk about tags. It's very important that you get tags put on your blog that are relevant to your blog. So I talk about being Catholic, the Catholic Church, Easter, the Conclave, Pope Benedict, Pope John Paul II, being a pontiff, being a Christian, etc. here. Don't over tag your blog, but do indeed make sure you have relevant tags on there, and always make sure your keyword is one of your tags. Okay, so I hope this was helpful to you. Feel free to send me an email if you, or a Facebook message if you have any questions, and I will do another quick one on adding pictures to your blog. Okay, pictures and videos. Thank you, folks. Have a great day. Bye.